Hello and welcome to this channel. Ifeanyi Ubah, the Cathedral, and the fight over recognition. What they are not telling you, that is what I'm about to tell you. What they are not telling you is what I'm about to tell you. You see that I'm coming late on that topic. Yes. Please listen carefully. This story is not just about a church. And it's not just about a priest. It's not just about a man shouting inside a cathedral. The story is about power. It's about money. It's about legacy and who controls the story after a powerful man dies. That is what it is all about. Because when Senator Patrick Ifeanyi Ubah was alive, everybody knew his weight. But the moment he died, the question became simple. Who will tell his story and who will erase it? Let us slow down and let us remove emotion and let us look at facts. Yes. What really happened? On the day of the dedication of the Lady of Assumpta Cathedral, Nnewi, something unexpected happened. A Catholic knight, Sir James Louis Okoye, also known as Ebubane, stood up publicly and said, "Today is my last day as a Christian." People were shocked. Videos went viral. Phones were recording. Social media exploded.
Galu Akashamu Ifeanyi Ubah ndo mo ka gbo be weekend ndo kwa ino ya mo ka gbo be Ifeanyi Ubah weekend ndo kwa. Did you hear that? Ifeanyi Ubah ndo Akashamu, my last day as a Christian. Eti mo kuna ga ka nne without the censor. My last day as Christian is today. Ifeanyi Ubah ndo kana Nnewi na do. Go kwa kazo do ku le ku. Ifeanyi Ubah ndo Akashamu. You can go with fast. Don't even get to them. Don't move by Ifeanyi Ubah ndo Akashamu. Last day as a Christian.
But why did he do it? Why, Kwano? According to him, the church failed to properly recognize late Senator Ifeanyi Ubah, who he claimed funded the cathedral almost entirely. Not just supported, not just that he contributed. He funded, he built, he carried that cathedral. That is the foundation of this fight. Let us trace this carefully. Years ago, the cathedral project was struggling. Reports from different sources say Senator Ifeanyi Ubah stepped in and financed most of the construction. Some say up to 80 to 90%. This was not a secret then. I was aware too, yes. I was aware of all of this, that he was financing it. And I know he pumped so much money into the project. But later, a new bishop took over the diocese. At that point, it is reported that Senator Ifeanyi Ubah was asked to step back from the project. Probably, maybe because of the delay, because there was a time the roof of the project was opened. And people are like, is he going to complete this or not? I'm aware of that. Pause here. Now, ask yourself, I don't know for what reason he was told to stop. But why would someone funding a project be told to step aside? I don't know why. Was it administrative? Was it political? Was it personal? No clear explanation has ever been given. Rather than maybe like people like me, why I think so is it's like the project is not ready to be completed. There's so much delay. I think personal thinking, I don't know, but I'm still wondering why he was asked to stop. Now let's fast forward to January 2026. The cathedral is completed and dedicated, and this is where everything exploded. Note. Now the church says we are looking at the church's position versus the supporters' position. The church says we recognize him during the roll call. The supporter says his name was not clearly highlighted. You know that? That's what the supporters are saying. His family was not called out. No special prayer, no visible honor equal to his contribution. No clear public acknowledgement. Now, let's pause again. Let us be honest. There's a difference between recognition and token mention. Note again, there's a difference between recognition and token mention. If someone paid for almost the entire building, people expect a plaque, a formal mention, a family recognition, clear public honor. That is what people will expect, sincerely. So, the argument is not, was his name mentioned at all? That is not the argument. The argument is, was his sacrifice respected properly? Now, let me pause a little while. I don't know how the Catholic Church does it. I don't know if, due to people's contribution, I'm aware if you go to the East, some of the businessmen, big businessmen, build churches. I don't know the kind of recognition they are given. Meanwhile, many of those people completed the churches. This particular one is a cathedral. I think maybe one of the biggest in Eastern region or probably Nigeria. It's possible. It's a very big church. Now, is there, apart from just mentioning that token mentioning, isn't there another way people who contributed, made much contribution are honored? Isn't there any other way? Like, writing something, a wreath on the wall, just mentioning them during the church service, is that really enough? I'm asking you. Now, let's talk about what people are avoiding. This is not just church matter, sincerely. This is money plus influence plus legacy. When a politician funds a major religious project, he gains community respect. His family gains legacy. It is not uncommon. It's a common thing for politicians or businessmen. Meanwhile, Ifeanyi Ubah was a politician and a big business mogul. Now, when the people like that gets involved in church religious projects, there's a way they get some kind of recognition. Apart from the community respect, the family gains legacy, his name becomes permanent. Now, but let's look at this. If that recognition is reduced or softened, the church keeps full control of the narrative. The fact is, no individual appears bigger than the institution. Now, ask yourself honestly, do powerful institutions like sharing credit with powerful individuals? That is what I asked earlier. Again, this is where tension often starts. Now, let's be fair. Did Sir James Lewis go too far? Some say yes, he went too far. The knight, renouncing Christianity publicly inside the sacred ceremony is extreme. Sincerely, that is extreme. Meanwhile, others say he only said what many were afraid to say. But here's the truth. Sir James Lewis lost control emotionally. But the question he raised did not come from nowhere. he forced a conversation that the church and the public were avoiding. Now, instead of addressing the core issue, what happened? A disciplinary panel was set up against him. So again, ask, are we punishing the message or the way the message was delivered? Here are the things no major media houses pressing hard. 1. Was there any agreement between Senator Ubah and the church about recognition? Why exactly was he asked to step back from the project earlier? Why was his family not visibly involved during the dedication? He's dead. Yes, Ifeanyi Ubah is dead. Me too. I was expecting at the dedication, I will see Ifeanyi Ubah's family invited. And somehow, we want to say thank you to your family. Your daddy contributed so much in this particular project that is being dedicated or launched today. So why wasn't his family seen during the dedication? Or perhaps I missed that. Now, if he funded most of it, where are the records, plaques, or official documentation in respect? Now, is this about faith or about control of legacy and influence? What is it about? The question remains unanswered. Now, I will leave my audience with some questions to answer. Please add that one at the comment section. Questions you must answer yourself. Now, if you built something with your sweat and money, would you accept a quiet mention and move on? Who completed the project? Let me just ask, who completed the project? Was the person mentioned? I want to know. Who completed the project? Was it the church or some other people? Now, should institutions decide how much honor a dead man deserves without consulting his family? Is it right to silence emotional reactions without first addressing the injustice behind them? And finally, when powerful men die, who protects their legacy? Truth or politics? Let me tell you, this is not about religion alone. Yeah. This is about memory, respect, and fairness. Think deeply. Because today it is Ifeanyi Ubah, tomorrow it could be anyone. Add your comment on the comment section. This is my contribution to this. Please, if this is your first time of coming to our page, you have not liked our page before, please like our page, share this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. I am Azuka Oji. I say bye-bye for now.